The state, giving us a little bit of again, flurry activity. We're not expecting anything in the way of accumulation outside of a trace out of this today. And then mainly cloudy tonight. Will drop down to about 6 and then see temperatures rising towards morning as winds turn to the southwest about 5 to 15. And then Wednesday, the morning should be okay with temperatures in the upper teens. They'll rise into the upper teens as we head towards lunchtime. And then the Arctic front hits. We'll see scattered snow showers as we head into the afternoon. And very windy conditions developing out of the northwest, 20 to 30, and gusting close to 40, it looks like now. And falling temperatures in the afternoon. We'll see blowing snow. And your evening commute could be a little bit on the slippery side due to the snow and blowing snow. Now, we're not expecting a lot of snow out of this, a half inch. If we got an inch, I'd be shocked. So it looks like about a half inch. But even with a half inch and windy conditions, that could lead to some slippery travel with falling temperatures, as I said, into the single digits. In fact, a winter weather advisory, go figure, has just been issued for tomorrow.
It's January.
It is.
It's not a surprise.
Right. So, again, your morning commute won't be that bad, but your evening commute, that could be a little on the slippery side. And then dangerously cold Arctic air hits where we're going to stay below zero starting Wednesday night. And we'll stay there, it looks like, below zero all the way through the weekend. So we're looking at nighttime lows 20 to 25 below, some areas approaching 30 below, and wind chills on average about 40, 45 below, with some areas in the Northern Valley and Northwest Minnesota approaching 60 below towards the end of the week.
Keep your furnace in tip-top condition. That's the best idea possible.
Yes, no doubt.
Oh, my. So there's a few things we need to make sure that we talk about today. Certainly the weather is one of them. We want to remind folks, if you're out on the road, send us. Oh, wait, I hear an ambulance going by. All right, we'll watch that. For those of you who are watching our live stream brought to us by Lighthouse Commodities, you just saw the Sanford ambulance head south on I-29. Everybody be safe out there. Dean said it's going to be icy like tomorrow, so let's not do that now, you guys. But if you want to watch us on our live stream, you can certainly do it at Acres TV, YouTube, and also on Facebook. And that live stream, again, brought to us by Lighthouse Commodities. When it comes to Acres TV, that is a subscription. It is free. That is put out by Ag PhD Media, and it is a social media platform full of ag content. Also, we've got some extra giveaways we want to do today. We didn't get to our 3M giveaway yesterday, and so we're going to wind up doing that today, so you're going to want to be paying attention. And we're also going to do our Vegas qualifier, and you're qualifying during our hour, so you can be present on February 3rd to potentially be the final qualifier to win a trip for two to Vegas to watch The Wizard of Oz at the Sphere in Vegas. You also get airfare, hotel, and $500 in cash. So we're going to have a name drawn for that today, too, who's going to have to call us.
Good deal.
All of those calls need to come in on the JLA Insurance phone line, 701-293-9000. Are you looking at your crop insurance? You should be. Deadline's coming soon. Going to happen in March. And if you've got questions and you don't understand some of the changes, Nate Thorsrud at JLA Insurance would like to visit with you about that and get it sorted out. And for all of that, if you have questions but you're feeling shy, you don't want to call, maybe you're watching, you can send us emails. Our inboxes are powered by Superior Grain Equipment because it brings you superior grain storage, drying, and handling solutions. They are superiourbins.com. But Dean is at weather@flagfamily.com, and I am ag@flagfamily.com, where you can find us.
And did you get to see the northern lights this morning at all? Overnight or early this morning?
About 3 o'clock in the morning, I got up to pee, but I didn't put my glasses on, so I really haven't the faintest idea what the lights looked like. Heard they were nice. My attire for going out to check lights at that time of the night would
Probably
have been
not appropriate.
Track shoes and a bathrobe.
Okay. Well,
but that's not the worst thing I've seen people do in 15 below weather. So why not?
Yeah, there was a beautiful display.
I bet.
Overnight into early this morning. I know I put one of the pictures up on our website of one of our listeners out in Audubon who was up early this morning and looked out west and caught it. There was a huge solar flare that hit our atmosphere overnight, and I believe it was a 4 out of G5 scale. This was on number 4, so about as high as it gets. So
very nice.
Unfortunately, we had a lot of high clouds, but it was clear east of the valley where they were able to see it. So some beautiful lights, and Well, we'll be cloudy tonight. They'll be visible again tonight, but just not in our area because of the cloud cover.
Drive out of the region, look for
That's
clear
right.
skies.
Yeah, no doubt.
Maybe wear more than a bathrobe and running shoes, because how many times do I have to remind you to put on a hat and wear some gloves? It's cold out there.
Good
For the
advice.
love of God, get warm. All right, let's have a little fun, because there's a lot of things going on today. And I am going to want a qualifier for us not a qualifier, but I want a winner for our 3M gift pack. This will be safety items for the farm. We're talking high-vis vest, safety goggles. I think there's some other things in the prize drawer that I will put together for you. And I want caller number 5. So light them up. That's the JLA insurance phone line. Caller number 5. We need you to reach us so I can give you a 3M safety gift pack for the farm or home.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what exactly is in the safety gift pack?
I'm going to find some fun things that we have in the drawer for it. I know for sure I've got like safety goggles. I think there is some high visibility vests. There's probably some other items that I want to toss in there. Sometimes it's worth the surprise. So caller number 5 on JLA insurance phone line. Who's got them?
All right.
Addison taking those for
And
us?
the phone lines are lighting up. Addison said he'll take care of that.
That's great, because I like to make this complicated. Addison's got to not only take this, he's got to call our guest very soon, and then we have a Vegas qualifier in this hour. So in the 1 hour that we do here, Addison has everything under control, which we appreciate.
Well, he's the hard worker behind the scenes.
He very much is.
Yeah.
And we will stress him tomorrow, again, when we have our Wednesday weather trivia tomorrow. We're giving away the bait ups from Darter Plastics.
Yes. I've got a tough one tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a fun one.
Good.
Yeah.
Well,
we don't want to make it too easy where you can Google search it
No.
real easily. So.
And as I said, I'll be up in Grand Forks at the Alaris for the Sugar Beet and Dry Bean Show, and I'll have our Cass County Farm Bureau intern with us for the day. So she said, sure, how are we going to do the show? I said, we're going to find a tractor cab that they let us use, and we're both going to sit in there because there's buddy seats.
Nice.
And we'll do the show from in there. So if we have any technical difficulties, sorry.
There's always some kind of technical difficulties. But that's okay. We get through it.
My job is to make this show incredibly complicated by bringing on the technical difficulties whenever I'm traveling. And so far, it's been working out that way. All right, so Addison is probably on the phone with our caller to give away our 3M gift pack.
Do we have caller number 5 there, Addison?
He's taking care of business over there.
All right, good deal.
Wouldn't it be funny if our 3M caller is then the same name we ask later for our Vegas vacation qualifier?
Well,
I would like
can
that.
Can they win twice? Well, you win once and qualify the other time.
Yeah, you qualify the other time. It's 2 very different things. And with that Vegas vacation for Valentine's Day to see the Wizard of Oz in Las Vegas, if you have not yet gone to our website, WDAYradionews.now, and signed up, put your name in the hat, so to speak, so we can pull you as a qualifier, you can do that today.
All right. And congratulations to Andrew M. He was our he was our winner for our 3M
nice
safety product.
We could do qualifiers for that, but that'd make this substantially.
Yeah,
we love making things more complicated.
We
as
do.
Bridgette said,
we don't want to make things more difficult than possible.
And we're good at that part. Okay. So speaking of good at that part, I had a little last minute change in guests today because our initial guest was going to be a Jackie Allenbrand, and she is with the Farm Dog USA organization. She's been sick and she's unable to talk.
That's going around.
So we've got a great fill-in, John Ennis. He is also from down around the Enid, Oklahoma area. He's going to speak well on Farm Dog USA. After we return from the American Ag Network's Livestock Report, we'll talk with John about Farm Dog USA. things here at the Coral Laundromat Studio are going fantastic, except I just realized I was supposed to drop some stuff off at the laundromat today, and I didn't bring it. Crap. All right.
Shame.
I know, right? I'm going to have to fix that later. I'll take care of that. Also, I'm going to make sure that I mark my calendar for Bell Bank's Ag Views Live coming up in July. Now, if you don't already subscribe to their quarterly newsletter, go to bellbank.ag and sign up for it. Every quarter, there are great stories in there from Lynn Paulson and others in the banking industry, as well as commodity trades, geopolitical topics, and it all affects what we do here in this region with agriculture, and it's well worth your time. Again, that is Bell Bank Ag Views, and you can see them live when they put on their July show here in Fargo, and they'll do one in Sioux Falls as well. So I'm looking forward to marking my calendar. I believe it is the third Monday in July. I'm also excited to announce our guest today because this is a guy who can fill in at the drop of a hat. Our original guest let me know that she's sick. She's unable to talk today, which, well, frankly, that happens. In fact, it happened to Dean about a half hour ago. So you good? You breathing all right?
Man, my voice is shot now.
Yeah, the sprint
Sorry.
down the hall was
Survive, Dean. Survive.
I'm trying, man.
happens to me when I am remote, to which Addison speaks into my headset and all he says is, I believe in you. All right. And I believe in our guest today. We are joined by John Ennis. He is able to speak with us about the Farm Dog USA program. And John joins us from Oklahoma. John, how's your day in Oklahoma?
Well, it's not going too bad. It's at least sunny today, but the wind's kind of blowing, and we got a storm on the way.
Oh, you got a big storm on the way, too. Oof.
Is it going to hit
Yeah,
our...
it sounds like it.
Yeah.
Is it going to be like our degree of storm?
They may get
Well,
more,
I don't think it'll be your degree.
Okay.
but they're going to get more snow out of this storm in Oklahoma than we've seen on any particular storm up here.
John, I hope you got
so
that.
far this winter.
I hope John's shovel is standing and ready to go.
Oh.
I've got 2 cows left to calve.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Did you put him in the barn?
Well, that's what I've got to go work on that.
Okay. All right.
So we're gonna try to figure that out and get it done before this thing hits. They're saying it's going to be possibly 18 below zero and windy, and maybe about 10 inches of snow.
Yeah,
so
they're not used to that down there.
No, they're not. No, in fact, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it. Go ahead,
we
John.
used to be back in the 70s. That's the way it was, but not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling I'm going to get a call from dear darling daughter in Oklahoma who makes mention of the fact that I moved south for this reason to get away from this. So here comes, honey. So John is a cattle guy. Farm dogs take a big part of your life and make it easier. And you've got some affiliation with the Farm Dog USA program. Can you start to give us a little background about that program and what you do with them?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I found out about Farm Dog USA a long time ago. I used to be a state representative here in Oklahoma, and found out about them. And what they do is they help people that are disabled in agriculture continue the work that via using farm dogs. And they'll train them for you. They'll find them for you. They'll train them for you, and set you up with what you need. It's not a quick process. It's pretty slow, but once you get it, you get what you need, and they really help you out.
Have you had dogs trained by Farm Dog USA, or have you trained some for them?
No, well, it's funny because as soon as I turned out of office, I thought of them again, and I'm like, boy, I could really use them because I am disabled. I had broke my back in 2004 in a heavy equipment rollover.
Ooh.
And so I'm in a wheelchair. And so they helped me find a dog that would be best suited for me. And I've got cows and calves, and what I need is sometimes there's places I can't get that I need to get to, like if they're out or something. And Max, my dog, he can go and get them. And that's what I told him. I said, I need something to get cattle in when they get out, and also help me move them from pasture to pasture. And the other deal would be, they asked me if I needed something, like maybe he could pick things up for me. And I said, oh, well, that'd be great. And yeah, okay, we can train him to do that. So it took them about 2 years to do it. They went through a pup trainer, and then they went to a older dog trainer, and they brought him here, and then they kind of trained me. So, and then so we bonded. Max and I bonded, and so he can take my commands, and a lot of times he knows exactly what I need done. I mean, he'll go around, make my rounds with me, and he'll be like, okay, I see that calf or cow out, and he knows usually right where they go, and I just turn him out, and he takes off, and he gets them. So where I used to have to give him commands, and I still do on certain things where he doesn't know exactly where they go, but I've had cattle out a mile and a half away before, and he gets them and puts them back in.
Now, is this instinct? I'm guessing this would this be like an Australian blue? It's got to be a herding dog, correct?
Yeah,
okay.
He's a border collie.
A border collie. Okay. Now,
yeah.
Did you have to train him to herd the cattle, or is that just instinct?
Well, yeah, Farm Dogs USA trained him.
Okay. Okay.
But like they said, this dog has a lot of herd instinct in him.
Right.
I mean, he sees cattle and he's in my pickup, and he knows he's going to go get them, and he'll start shaking in my pickup before I release him. He wants them real bad.
He knows what he needs to do. Oh, there's so many questions I want to ask John about other breeds as well, but that you mentioned that Farm Dog USA trained you too, and what that looked like. So when we return from our bottom of the hour news, we want to have that opportunity to visit with you and ask a bunch more questions, because I think we have them, as well as if you are listening and you'd like to chime in, you're welcome to join us via the JLA Insurance phone line, 701-293-9000. Stay tuned. It's a great day to be in studio here at the Coral Laundromat studio, considering free gifts just walked in the door for you, Dean.
Yeah, so a big shout out to Teresa over at Red Wing Shoes. It was time for new inserts. So, and if you've never had, these are custom made Red Wing shoe inserts, not the ones you buy in the store. You actually, they map your foot. You walk across this this electronic platform, and it basically maps out your foot exactly, and then that is molded to custom made inserts for you. And I've got a bad back, and these things, even my chiropractor said, he goes, those things are, you still have to come see me, but of course he's going to say that, but he said these things are definitely, they're saving your back.
For all the times that we're working in the shop, walking on concrete, uneven ground out in the pastures, et cetera, the fields, having great boots matters. I've got a pair of Red Wings as well, and they're fabulous. So thank you to Teresa from Red Wing Shoes for stopping by today. And by all means, if you are looking to upgrade before spring planting or calving season, take your time to go to Red Wing Shoes on Main Avenue in Fargo and get those taken care of.
Absolutely.
Our guest today is John Ennis. And not only is he associated with Farm Dog USA, he has a dog from Farm Dog USA. I believe his name is Max, right? Did I get that?
Yes, correct.
So Max is your herd dog. And you mentioned, John, that when Farm Dog USA brought Max to you, you bonded and they taught you and trained you. So what'd you have to learn to work with Max?
Well, I had to learn his commands, and I didn't know that, but there are certain commands that is almost universal. But they sat me down and they said, okay, by goes clockwise and way goes counterclockwise, and different commands, and I never knew that because I'd never worked with a dog like this before. I'd seen it done, but I had no clue really what it all entailed. So, yeah, every day is an adventure. Every day is basically you can say is a training day, either for you or the dog or both of you.
Oh, I would venture a guess it is.
Exactly, because I mean, he's got his own mind, so he's got his own thoughts on how something should go, and sometimes you're out there thinking, oh, you're going the total wrong way. Why are you doing that? And then all of a sudden he does exactly what you want him to do, but he did it his own way.
Now, the American Farm Bureau has a contest, Farm Dog of the Year. And I knew one of the honorees and one of those nominees, I guess, Travis Burkhart from Indiana. And Travis's dog is named Ruby Hope. But John, you and Max won. Max is the Farm Dog of the Year. So did you all just come back from Anaheim from the National Convention?
We just did, actually. We just got back this last week. It was a good trip. It was quite an honor to be there and get this award for Max, and it was just a good time. I brought my wife and my daughter out there with me, and we all had a good time out there.
Did Max go, or is he staying home to watch the cattle?
He stayed home. We were saying, well, we could bring him, but I didn't really want to put him on an airplane.
Yeah.
So I was, but then after I was on the airline and we were sitting there, and they're like, oh, well, he could have rode right by your feet. And I'm like, well, I didn't know that, or I might have brought him. But
so he could be considered
but I didn't
a service.
want to put him in cargo.
Sure, he'd be considered service animal, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well,
yes, exactly. Yeah. Like I said, he'll pick stuff up for me. They said, you want him to pick stuff up for you when they were training him, and I said, sure. And so now, if I like the other day, I dropped my phone and it went way underneath my pickup, and from my scooter, of course, I paralyzed. I can't get under there. I said, Max, go get my phone. So he crawled underneath there and grabbed my phone and brought it back to me.
Wow.
And then he called and ordered a pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Give me time. I bet he can do it.
I bet he could.
And those are smart.
But
Border Collies and Australian Shepherds, those are some of the smartest dogs. Now, John, how long did it take to train Max? And how long how long do you get to keep them? I mean, do their skills decline as they get older, or do they still stay sharp?
They still stay sharp as long as you're working with them.
Okay.
There's times of the year, I won't have him out there with the cattle just a whole bunch, simply because you get in the heat of the summer down here and it gets pretty brutal, and I don't want to really move my cattle if I don't have to. So I'll hold him back, but then he gets rusty. He gets very excited. He wants to go do his own thing then, and then you got to kind of get on him. But when I'm using him every day on the cattle, he does great.
And with Max, for him, he's 4. He's in the prime of his life. But down the road, would you look to Farm Dog USA to bring in another pup to work with and train, or what does that look like? Because unfortunately, we know that Max gets to be there for a time, but you may be having cattle longer than you have Max.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what my plan is. I'm like, I like I said when I got the Farm Dog of the Year with Max, I said I don't ever want to be without a good dog again.
Yeah.
I mean, he is that valuable. Now, can somebody else take him and go work with him the way I do? No, because he's now trained to me.
Mm-hmm.
We have that bond. And so it would be really hard for somebody else. Like, I got a hired hand that'll try to give him commands, and he doesn't follow commands from him like he follows from me.
Yeah. Yeah. Max is like,
so,
dude, you're second in command. I don't have to listen to you.
The person actually that he follows next the best would be my daughter.
Yes, dogs and kids.
She's 10 years old. She's 10 years old, and she'll go out there and she can move him around. But so
I'd say
it's just a great thing.
I'd say it's a wonderful sight, and this is an opportunity for many, like you said, who are handicapped on the farm, who have physical limitations, for a dog like Max to be a part of the operation, and such an integral part, which is tremendous.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Tremendous.
Once you've had a dog like that, I don't think you can be without a good farm dog again.
And John,
right.
I know, and this is what I've heard, and this might be a myth, but when you see somebody with a service animal, because normally they'll wear, when you go out, do you have a vest on Max that says he's a service dog?
I do not.
You do not. Okay. Because I was always told, and this might be a myth, if you come across somebody that has a service dog out, always ask, and I guess that goes for any dog, but especially service dogs, is it okay if I approach them?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to do that. I ran into a few in the airport actually, and I was talking to a lady that had her service dog with her, and she was like, one time there just became a whole lot of people around the dog, and because they thought it was so cute, and it started getting very protective of the owner.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you're like, okay, well, you don't want them to bite somebody because they think that they're threatening their master. So that's kind of what goes on. I take him into stores here, and they already know him by name.
I bet they do.
And they do. And so, or I go through a drive-through window, and they have a treat for him waiting. The normal places that I go, but it's quite a sight. Everybody really knows him, and he's a friendly dog for the most part.
Well, absolutely. I mean, he knows his job, but he's still pretty fun loving. And speaking of fun loving, as a gentleman who's not only ranches but retired legislature in Oklahoma, but you yourself do some radio. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah. I do a show called Ends of the Trail, and basically it's a 5 to 7 minute piece, and I give kind of a northern Oklahoma report for the radio station out of Salina, Kansas, KFRM, and I've been doing that. Boy, I don't know, 3 years now, anyway. And so, yeah, I talk about any subject you want to talk about.
Huh. So do we.
Pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of it's ag related, but there you go.
Well, I can understand, you're not a guy who likes to sit still very much. So you tend to pick up a lot of other things like the rest of us do.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Well,
But yeah, I'm so glad you're talking to me today. It's quite an honor.
well, thank you. You took the time in a bit of a last minute pinch to talk about Farm Dog USA, your win and Max's win. And oh, wait. Almost had a
Well,
sneeze.
You're getting what I got.
Yeah, as Farm Dog USA,
Uh-oh.
and then also American Farm Bureau Farm Dog of the Year. So we really,
Yeah.
really appreciate you having the time to talk and share the story of you and Max.
Yeah, and if you want to see Max, just go to Farm Dog of the Year, look him up, and it'll pop up on YouTube.
I didn't find his video yet, but I found the family picture with him. So we're going to make sure that our guests
Yep.
and followers get to see that as well. So thank you, John.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it.
Thanks, John. Stay safe in that snowstorm you guys got coming too.
Yeah, we'll see if it happens or not. Sometimes they just don't happen, but
Time
got
to
to prepare for it.
Yes, you will. And for those who want to prepare for storms here, they got to make sure that they're planning ahead for our Vegas vacation. So we're going to shout out to Jeff. I think it's Thome, Thoemke. And we want Jeff from Fargo to call us on the JLA insurance phone line of 701-293-9000. Jeff Thomke. And Jeff, you would be possibly our qualifier today for the Vegas vacation.
Hurry up, Jeff. You got 11 minutes to call. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Weather and Ag in Focus, 1:51 in the afternoon. And we have our qualifier, Jeff, on line one. Jeff, congrats, man. Thanks for calling in. And you are now qualified for our wonderful Valentine's Day Vegas getaway. Now,
Awesome. Thank you very much.
question is, do you have anybody that you're going to take? Do you have a significant other to take? Or would you like one of us to go with you?
I'd probably take my wife.
All right. Well, because we're available, Bridgette and I. I mean, we're
and I feel bad because I read Jeff's name and then Dean off air goes, "Oh, that's Crash." I'm like, I didn't even know his real name. So, sorry.
That's okay. A lot of people don't know who Jeff is.
It's easier that way. I told Addison I've never told him my real name either.
So,
What is happening? Who are you people?
Sorry.
oh man. Well, Jeff, congratulations on qualifying, and we will see you out at Kingpins on February 3rd to announce the winner. Make sure you're there.
I will be. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Jeff. All right. So, see, it's that easy. And I believe now, Addison, I believe that Jay has the record for the quickest call-in. And I think that Jeff just beat Jay's record. Am I correct?
He might have. Yeah, it was pretty close.
Okay.
You call my name, I can beat that record. If you find my real name.
Am I allowed to call my own name?
You could until we catch you.
I don't think you're eligible there, buddy.
Why not?
Sorry.
I want to go.
Sorry. Well, again, you've got to find a qualifier or the winner that is going solo, and then just offer to, hey, I'll be your plus one.
Look, I'm just saying, Jeff might have said he might bring his wife, but I'm noticing he said maybe.
There's still a chance.
There's still a chance.
If he's smart, he's going to be bringing his wife. Trust me.
Yeah, but if he's cool, he's going to bring me.
Right. That is a good point.
Good try.
Good point.
Good try.
And if you're cool, you're going to be paying attention to once a month on Mondays. We are going to have the drainage difference with Landmark Companies. They are your local leader in farm drainage. You can call Blake Sunday and visit with him about early order discounts, precision drainage, proven results, and more. Or you can visit landmarkteams.com.
All right, and we have a little bit of light snow outside the area right now. We're looking at just a few flurries out there. We're not expecting any accumulation as a very weak weather disturbance moves through the area. And again, just a few light snow flurries, a dusting, that's about it. And then we're going to have temperatures today remaining right around 10 degrees. We'll only slide off a few degrees tonight and then see temperatures rise towards morning. And for tomorrow, a winter weather advisory has just been issued. That's
For the whole day?
For the whole day. It's mainly going to be, though, in the afternoon and evening. And your morning commute tomorrow should be okay, but your afternoon and evening commute could get a little bit on the slippery side. We're expecting about a half inch, maybe an inch of snow. But with the system we had over the weekend, we only picked up 0.8 of an inch, and look what happened. And now we're not going to see...
Yeah, it blew away.
I know. We're not going to see quite as strong winds with this. We're expecting wind gusts up to 40, where we had 50 plus over the weekend.
Usual day in the neighborhood.
Right. So keep that in mind. Tomorrow we'll have highs in the upper teens and then falling temperatures in the afternoon. And then we have an extreme cold watch issued for most of the area with an extreme cold warning issued for the end of the week for the Northern Valley. Now, the Northern Valley into northern Minnesota, you're going to see wind chills 50 to 60 below. For areas in the extreme cold watch, which does include the FM area and points southward, we will have wind chills between 35 and 50 below. And again, that could cause frostbite.
Could cause frostbite?
If you don't have your extremities covered, yes.
Good Lord.
About 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
So please be extremely careful as we head towards Thursday, and then especially Friday and Saturday. Those are the two coldest days where the wind chills, again, especially Friday, could be approaching 50 below or colder. So very dangerous cold weather coming our way.
Plenty of indoor activities for you to do. This is the farm show and farm meeting season. Currently going on up at the Fargo Dome is, I believe it's at the Dome. I better check. Maybe it's at the Delta. The Wide World of Weeds, put on by North Dakota State Extension. And so you have a lot
What
of
kind of
crop.
weeds are we? What kind of weed are we talking?
Not that weed.
Not that weed.
Not the Colorado weed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
are talking about
Okay.
water hemp, kochia, and so much more. And we have a number of crop consultants as well as agronomists who are attending that event, especially because you get your certified crop advisors, CEUs, for it, your certified educations while you are attending. So that is going on. Also, just as a little help as you look at equipment this winter, we talk about strip tillage, which if you are in more of a no-till situation where you want to open a very narrow gap in the field, your furrow to drop seed in, you can do strip tillage, which is very little soil disturbance, right? You're using something very narrow versus a wider shovel if you're doing some sort of tillage passes. But there's also something called strip freshening. Hold it together. We don't need to call that anything weird, you guys. But strip freshening actually is something you do more in the spring. Strip tillage often happens in the fall. Freshening in the spring means you are moving things off that furrow, out of that strip's way that could block good seed deposition. So, for instance, if there are root balls, dirt clods, you're trying to clean that up a little bit with so you can close the furrow well, so you have good seed to soil contact. If you have wet ground, you might be using this strip freshening in order to not only remove the residue, but open up that ground a little bit to dry out. Because we need to, if we're in mud, that's not a good situation. We want to have a little better planting conditions. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the term strip freshening, look, something new for you to ask your equipment folks about when you are attending farm shows. So maybe that's a question we'll ask tomorrow when I get up to the Alaris.
Strip freshening. Okay.
I know.
Okay.
There's. Don't call me with your jokes. I'm sure you'll all be emailing me anyway. So, but that's just one thing to talk about in the equipment world. So much more, and we'll be able to get to those throughout the week because it's been a busy week. We got a lot going on.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
No, actually,
as long as it's indoors.
Yeah, please do. And if you're not, caps, gloves, keep those waterers open for livestock.
Yeah, and if you're going to be out ice fishing too, oh boy, yeah, make sure, again, cover up all those extremities. Dangerous cold coming our way as we head into the end of the week. So that'll do it for Weather and Ag in Focus. Don't go anywhere. The Jay Thomas Show is coming up next.